How's everybody doing this morning? Ready to see some good matches? I think we can do a little bit louder. I know you guys had some coffee. Come on. There we go. There we go. Let's get everybody pumped up and ready to go. We've got Nal-Ra versus Reach on the stage right now. That's Korea versus Korea for the semifinal in the losers bracket. That means whoever does lose here will be eliminated. And the winner will be moving on into the finals of the losers bracket. I don't know who the winner will be facing yet, but we should be getting started here in just a minute. So be sure to hang with us. It's going to be a great match. Protoss versus Protoss. First map is going to be Nightlight. All right, folks, we're getting underway here. First match of the day. Let's hear some applause for both these guys. Have fun, good luck. Starting out, got Reach in the teal and Nal-Ra in the yellow. Both very attractive colors. Again, both players choosing to play Protoss. Map is Nightlight to start things off. Second map's going to be Signal, and if there is a third one, it's going to be Roads to Antiga Prime. And again, this is the semifinals for the losers bracket. So the person that loses here will be eliminated from the tournament. I'm expecting a good game, and I don't think these guys are going to disappoint. Nightlight's a pretty interesting map. Using the, I believe it's the Dark Templar tile set, I can't remember. But off the start, we got some usual activities coming from both players. Something interesting to note on this map, there is a fairly different starting location for both players. The 3 o'clock position does get the ramp in an odd location, so you can build 2 buildings to block it. Usually good for Terran. And on the other side, it's a fairly open starting area, so it works a little bit different. Both players sending some probes off to do a little bit of scouting. Looking for any early buildings to see, you know, hey, he might be doing that. Gateway being warped in right now by Nal-Ra. Again, Nal-Ra in the yellow and Reach in the teal. I'm going to keep pulling this up for you guys as there is a mirror match going on, meaning 2 of the same race, so you guys know which color is who. Gateway is being warped in for both players. That's going to create the mainstay of the Protoss force, usually Zealots and Dragoons. And later on, or early, depending on how the players play it, Dark Templar, High Templar. More buildings being warped in here for Reach. Again, just a whole lot of early scouting going on as we wait to get through these first couple minutes. Usually not terribly active, but sometimes the Korean players like to do some crazy stuff. They like to take a lot of risks, and sometimes it actually pays off. Scout for Reach, still inside Nal-Ra's base, checking things out, saying hi. I don't know if he has the same charisma as the same probe that we saw yesterday, which we named Herbie. But he's trying. Cybernetic score going. Probably getting some upgrades for some Dragoons. Zealot has just popped for Nal-Ra. Going to play tag with the probe. Usually the side blade wins, but we'll see what happens there. First Dragoon is popped for Reach. He's going with Dragoons right off the start. Making sure he kills off that scouting probe early on. We got Now Raw with his first Dragoon popping. Yeah, that one's gonna go. So both players eliminating some scouts. We've already got some clapping from the audience. I think they've got the Korean StarCraft spirit. More buildings being warped in here by Reach. Nalra doing the same. Again, folks, Reach in the teal, Nalra in the yellow. Both players from Korea, and they belong to the same team, KTF. I was informed at Hooters that they are extremely well funded. Nalra looked in the dictionary and told me how much he makes himself, and no, I'm not going to tell all of you, so don't ask. It's a lot, though. Reach going to come down, meeting head-on with Nalra. He's going to get in a couple shots, and he might get one of his units blocked off here. No, he manages to sneak it out. 3 Dragoons for both players, but Nalra with the extra Zealot. Reach going to back away from the fight, trying to reposition. Make sure he doesn't lose his Dragoon. Robotics facility going down on a ramp here for Nalra. Usually not a place to build it, but, you know, whatever works. Reach going to take a timeout. I think he might be having a problem. He's having some problems with his keyboard apparently, so we're going to take a little pause. Should get it started up in just a moment here. Just going to try and get this resolved as quickly as possible, and then we will get back into this match. It's never a good thing when you have to take a timeout. Throws off the timing of everybody. Mondragon has just come up. Let's give him a hand. He explained what was wrong. Apparently the keyboard's still set to German. could have a kind of major problem here. So how's everybody been enjoying the conference thus far? I know I've been having a lot of fun. Did you guys all go to the contest last night? Some good succubi costumes, I have to say. I'm sure there were other ones there. I just can't really remember them. How many of you got a Murloc t-shirt? Only a few. They didn't have one in your size? Yeah, that's why I asked. How many of you here came for WoW? How many of you came here to see these pros play? All right, that's what we like to hear. Hopefully they do actually get to play at some point soon. If anybody's looking for someone to blame, Jun will be happy to take the responsibility. Actually, Jun is a great guy. He gave us a tour the other day of Hollywood and Blizzard HQ. He's doing like 12 jobs at the same time. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Oh. All right, and we're back underway. Now we're going to sneak around from behind, get one lagging Dragoon as Reach tries to cross the bridge. Reach going to back away, back into his base. Throwing down a robotics facility. Going to come up the ramp and be forced to deal with a mighty probe and the Dragoon army of Reach. Reach going to have to hang back, taking some major damage here, selling out in front for Now Ra, pushing Reach back into his base. And Now Ra going after that robotics facility early on. Reach bringing some probes up to do a little bit of meat shielding. Keep the units away from his Dragoons. Nicely done there by Reach, pushing Now Ra's units away from his base. Now Ra going to have to retreat. Reach going to leave behind Dragoon. It dies in a big puddle of blue goo. Two more Dragoons come down off the ramp. Now Ra going to make sure he gets one in the red before he leaves. And nice little early confrontation. Now Ra going to move forward yet again. Getting himself in position. Got Reach setting up. Both players throwing down some buildings right now. And we've got a little bit of scouting being done here by Nalra. Again, folks, Reach in the teal, Nalra in the yellow. For those just joining us, this is Wax Steven for Inside the Game, www.radioitg.com. We're going to have VODs available, as well as replays, probably later today or sometime tomorrow, hopefully. If we don't, you can blame DJ Wheat. He's in the back there, along with Blanks. I take no responsibility for anything. Some more scouting being done here by Reach. He's been staying very defensive thus far, and you can see why. Scouting being done by Reach, found by Nalra. Gonna end that. Not a whole lot going on as of yet. I think both players trying to get their strategies in gear here. Again, both players do play for the same team, so they probably have done some practicing together as Reach runs into Nalra. Nalra going to retreat away from the battle as he sees he is outnumbered. Noticing probably that there is a shuttle along with those Dragoons for Reach. The shuttle going to move forward, heading on over towards the base of Nalra. Two Reavers inside that shuttle. Going to be dropped right inside the main base of Nalra. Drones going bye-bye. And Nalra taking some serious hits to his economy. He was not able to get those drones out in time. He lost several of his drones. Reach going to back off with most of his Dragoons. Doesn't want to counter the Reavers of Nalra. Nalra going to push the shuttle and the Reavers away just a bit. Both players probably expecting some drops. That's why we saw those Dragoons early on. Observer at spot for Nalra. Quick pickups coming from Reach. Reach heading on over towards Observers being squashed before they are of any consequence. Whole lot of movement going on this map. Both players trying to take control of that middle area. Both players massing up a ton of units here. Seem to be very interested in controlling that middle area. Again, that's where most of the bridges are for this map. Another Reaver drop coming from Reach. Going to finish off two out of place Dragoons of Nalra. So here it looks like a big flank coming on. Reavers out in front, quickly picked up by Nalra. He's going to try and pick them up and drop them as quickly as possible. Nice micro by Reach. Going to end those Reavers real quick. Reach moving to the left side of the map where Nalra is calling home. And now Reach doing some major damage inside the main base of Nalra. Nalra going to bring down some more Dragoons off the ramp. Nalra pushing Reach back, going after the Reaver, finishing the Reaver off. Reach getting pushed back a bit. Nalra moving forward. Nalra doing some damage versus Reach. Reach going to reinforce his lines with a couple more Dragoons. Both players like the blue goo apparently, and they are fighting it out here near Nalra's expansion. Nalra going to bring in some probes. Apparently Reach is deathly afraid of those little mining guys. He's going to back off. Nice little attack there by Reach. Did quite a bit of damage. It's okay to clap. Don't feel ashamed. Reach going to back off. Nalra going to try and lick his wounds here. almost entirely rebuilt his probe army. Again, I've yet to see a probe with the charisma of Herbie. I have to come up with a good name for the next charismatic probe. Reach building up against the force here. Here comes Nalra. Nalra with 4 Zealots and 5 Dragoons. Again, folks, Nalra in the yellow, Reach in the teal. Big fight going on. Reach going to bring in his probes, trying to use them as a meat shield. Gets them out in front. They are getting wiped down pretty quick by those Zealots, but he is positioning his Dragoons well, coming in from the sides here. Doing some damage for Snowraw. Going to push Snowraw back just a little bit. Snowraw trying to bring in a Reaver. Force of reinforcements that will do a good job of killing off those Dragoons. Pushing Reach back quite a bit. And there's still some more blue goo on the ground. Nalra bringing in some more reinforcements. Reach doing the same. Both players duking it out here near the middle of the map. And Reach is going to try and retreat as much as possible. Great micro being exhibited by both players. Nalra retreats back a little bit more into his expansion base. Here comes another Reaver. Notice now Nalra going straight for that Reaver. He's not even going to bother with those Dragoons. Wants to stop that Reaver for killing himself off. Reach going to be pushing Nalra back, going after the Reaver himself. Left behind by Nalra. And Reach doing a good job of maintaining control of that middle area. Again, folks, this map is Nightlight. Watching Nalra versus Reach. Swag Steven for Inside the Game. www.radioitg.com. We will have VODs available, as well as some replays and downloads of the audio and video stream that I believe we have captured thus far. Probably available later today or tomorrow, or maybe after. Shuttle intercepted there by Reach. That is not good for Nalra. Expecting a little bit of a drop there, and he lost 3 units in the process. Sometimes you just get unlucky, it happens. Reach and Nalra seeing each other, backing off. Both trying to make sure they have as many units together as possible. Scouting being done by Reach by an observer. He's going to push forward and go after Nalra, getting some of the lagging Dragoons. Picks one up, drops it down. Zealots moving forward, trying to go after those Dragoons. Nice micro here by Reach. Notice how he's using 2 control groups, pushing them back. And now Ron surging forward, going to end the life of one of those control groups. He will be outnumbering Reach. Or no, I believe it's the same numbers. Going after one in the red, finishing it off. Reach bringing in some more reinforcements. Still action all throughout the middle here. Now Ron going to bring in some more reinforcements. Observer, Reach is going to be picked up and knocked out. Oh, now Ron now going after the Dragoons again. Chasing after the Dragoons of Reach. Reach going to be pushed back towards the middle. Again, the only real difference in both of these players' forces is the Zealots, or are the Zealots of Nalra. Reach sticking mostly with Dragoons and Reavers. We might have another problem here by Reach. The keyboard's a bit unresponsive. And we're back underway. Appears Reach has resolved the problem. Nope. Grubby coming up to help us. Grubby, the Warcraft 3 pro. Yeah, you can go ahead and clap for Grubby. He's European. He's semi-attractive. Actually has quite the bit of a customs problem whenever he enters a country. He was telling us some stories about him trying to bring in some apples. He did not receive a body cavity search, but it was pretty close. It was close. Trying to fix that keyboard problem still. Shouldn't be but a moment. Have you guys all tried StarCraft Ghost? I haven't had the chance to try it yet. I'm a little curious. Okay, and we are back underway. Reach just making 100% sure that his keyboard was working again, folks. Reach in the teal, now Ra in the yellow. Very even match thus far. Again, both these players are teammates on KTF. One of the many pro teams in Korea. Observer found and killed off there by Reach. Reach moving on over towards the left side of the map. His opponent now, Ra, going to back away from the fight, making sure that he is grouped up and ready to go. Wants to have the advantage in the next fight. Observer found and killed off there by now Ra this time. Reavers being brought along with the army of Reach. And it appears we're going to have a double base attack here as both players going for each other's bases, their expansions. Now Ra, I believe, has seen his opponent going for his. Both players going for each other's expansions right now. Reach inside now. Ra's X-Well killing off those probes as quickly as he can. And his opponent, Reach, is going to be doing, now Ra going to be doing that. Reach, and Reach going to be doing the same to him. Now Ra going to be just trying to do it a little bit quicker than his opponent. Dark Templar have popped now. For now Ra, he's going to be able to hold off his opponent. And now Ra making quite a little move inside Reach's base. Again, that X-Bow has gone down very quickly. Reach going to be making his way back, trying to do some damage, trying to hold off as long as possible. He needs to get himself some observers, and quick. Observers have popped now for Reach. Now Ra going to try and chase after them. And here comes Reach, sneaking on the backside of now Ra. Again, now Ra bringing in those Dark Templar. Now Ra getting in his shots on the production units, on the production buildings rather, of Reach. Reach saying, good game. This one's going to go to now Ra. Again, folks, it is best of 3. Nicely done there by now Ra. And we're going to get the next game started up here in just a moment. It's going to be Signal. I think Reach going to just take a moment here. Making sure his keyboard's working 100%. So we should get started in just a little bit. So be sure to stay tuned. Again, folks, this is Wax Steven for Inside the Game, www.radioitg.com. We're going to have VODs, replays, and other good stuff available as soon as DJ Wheat feels like getting to it. Should be ready in just a little bit here.
All right, folks. This is DJ Wheat here back in the production booth. We're about ready to move on to Game 2. There were some keyboard issues. Oh, there we go. This is DJ Wheat back in the production booth. There were some keyboard issues going on during that game, but it seems like they're going to get things resolved. Take a couple minutes in between the game here. So rather than just listening to nothing but silence, we're going to take a look here as we can see Reach, well, wondering, what can we do about this keyboard? It looks like they're going to go ahead and hop into the game. The map is going to be Signal. As you can see right there on the display, Wax Steven is your commentator. And this coverage brought to you by Intel, Nvidia, Antiga, the Global Gaming League, and Inside the Game. Having a great time here out at Blizzcon. Hope you're enjoying not only the live stream coverage, but also the video on demand of these matches. They should be up soon. What's up? Moving on to Game 2 here any moment. We got Blanks with the Sky Cam. What's up, Blanks? And we're going to have Mr. Wax Steven be doing Game 2. Now, Reach beat, or excuse me, Now Raw defeated Reach. And as you can see from the player profiles here, Reach is actually the #2 seed. From Korea, Park Jong-suk plays the Protoss, and interestingly enough, Now Raw, also a Protoss player, real name Kong Min, both from KTF, Korea Team Fighting. Very, very popular and talented group over there. So it looks like they're about ready to fire this game up. I believe that Signal is going to be the map, and as you can see there, made by TRCC using the Twilight tile set. And these are all custom maps that were made for BlizzCon, so these players had a chance to play them beforehand, but they are officially now maps I think that people will start to using. So this is DJ Wheat back in the production booth. A little bit different, situation, because usually I'm out there on the microphone, but it's also nice to be back here doing the production as well. Switching over now to the game cam as we get ready. We've got Now Raw versus Reach, Game 2 coming up here in just a moment, live from BlizzCon 2005 in Anaheim, California, at the Anaheim Convention Center. If you're not one of the lucky 5,000 to 6,000 people that's here, hopefully you're one of the lucky folks actually watching the stream online or the downloaded VOD content from www.ggl or www.radioitg.com. It's no longer radio anymore, folks. The times are a-changin'. So Wax Steven waiting to get an observer. It looks like Now Raw has joined the game. And he's saying good luck, have fun. They're being exchanged. We'll let them go. And it looks like we are inside the game. Whack. It's all you, baby.
Okay, folks, we got the second map coming up. Got to be Signal. Show some enthusiasm here for both these players. Come on, let's hear it. Good match, the first one. Reach going to grab the orange. Now we're all going to grab the brown. Map is Signal. Again, it has been a player's map of choice out of the custom maps created for this tournament. Theo predicted a 100% map playability for this. So I can't remember if it hasn't been chosen yet, but if it hasn't, I think he owes me something, like an extra Murloc pet or something. Anyway, for those just tuning in or joining us, now Ra did manage to grab the first game over on Reach. This is the second map. If there is a third map, it will go to Roads of Antiga Prime, or Roads to Antiga Prime. Scouting being done early on by both players. Again, both players playing Protoss, as you can probably tell. Now, Ra had some great games yesterday versus Mondragon. Likes to use the cloaking ability of units to his advantage. Did it in a similar way versus Mondragon. Again, now Ra in the brown, Reach in the orange. Reach going to throw down a gateway. Seen by now Ra. He's going to be doing the same. Simulator going down for both players. To harvest some gas. This probe, now Ra taking quite a bit of damage here. Reach inside the base of now Ra. Notice how he's building his pylons, trying to avoid too many units inside his mineral line. Cybernetics core going down now for Reach. Could be making his opponent think he's going Dragoons, or he could just be going with something else. Reach going to be blocking off the area behind his mineral mine with the Cybernetics core. Now Ra just a little bit ahead of Reach in the building. But Reach did build out a little bit farther. Usually see a few milliseconds of difference between the Korean players getting their buildings down. Probe of now Ra almost getting killed off there. He's going to have to move away. Pylon blocking the back there. For Reach, now Ra got his first zealot to pop. Just some early scouting being done by both players. Nothing terribly exciting as yet. Another gateway going down here. For now Ra. More units popping for Reach. Gonna kind of get those ready for any kind of assault from his opponent. Lots of scouting being done throughout this entire thing by both players. Reach sending over a probe to say hello. Dragoon of now Ra going to take a pot shot at it. I don't know, this probe has some moxie. He's not going to have it for too much longer, though, if he keeps that up. Pretty interesting building choices coming from Reach. I kind of want to tell you what's going on, but I really can't, because the players asked specifically not to talk about certain things, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut. But we do have some scouting going on by Reach, and the little probe that could gets annihilated. Another one getting smacked, that one from Nalra. And Nalra making his way across the map here. Hoping to run into his opponent. Not going to find him. More scouting being done by Nalra. He's going to see the units of Reach back off a little bit. Reach doing some scouting of his own. Going to run into the Dragoon platoon of Nalra. Going to take a couple hits there, and goodbye, probe. Just a little early scouting, guys. Nothing to get too excited about. Now we're all going to back off a little bit. Going to have his shuttle detected by Nalra. Nalra going to chase after it. Reach going to drop 2 Reavers. I think that was a little bit of a bug there. Reach going to head on up. Running into Nalra again. Nalra trying to get out of the way here. He's taking some hits on his Dragoons, microing them out of harm's way. The Dragoon's in the red. He's keeping away from the fight. Zealot in the yellow. Reach chasing after him. He's not going to give up. Finishing off that red Dragoon. Here comes Nalra, forcing his expansion. Nalra going to try and do something, but he can't do much versus those Reavers. The Reavers are doing some major damage here versus the Dragoons. Nalra going to make sure he tries to take those Reavers out, even with his dying breath. Nalra trying to reinforce the expansion. Here come the probes of Nalra. And they are not going to be enough to stop this attack by Reach. Reach going to be able to claim this Expo as his own. Nalra going to say good game. This one's going to go to Reach. We will be moving on to a third map here. We get in the third match started up here in just a moment. We'll get this next game started here in just a moment, folks, so be sure to stay with us. It's Wax Steven for Inside the Game, www.radioitg.com. It's the semifinals in the losers bracket. Next map's going to be Roads to Antiga Prime. Should get started here in just a moment. I believe both players watching replays of the last match, seeing what's going on. I noticed Reach likes to do that quite a bit, trying to find out any strategies from his opponent. Sure, we should get started in just a little bit. Till then, sit tight. Or you can dance. I don't really care. Either way, whatever floats your boat. And we're about to get started. Again, folks, the map is Roads to Antiga Prime. We got Now Ra versus Reach. Let's hear some more applause for these two players. Come on. A little bit better than that. Let's go. There we go. Reach going to be in the very regal purple. Now Ra grabbing the yellow. Protoss versus Protoss. Map is Roads to Antiga Prime. This map is set up pretty open, but there are some good choke points. I think this map is supposedly very good for Protoss. At least that's what Legionnaire has been telling me. Also known as the Master of the Joust. He has been knocking people off that joust all day yesterday. He's like 6'3" and Australian, so it's kind of ingrained in him. Ready to beat on people. Quick run in between the two probes as they are off scouting. Again, Reach in the purple and now Ra in the yellow. This is Wax Steven for Inside the Game. www.radioitg.com, folks. We're going to have VODs and replays and all kinds of good stuff up at the site. Hopefully later today, maybe tomorrow. Gateways going down for both players. Just scoping out Reach's base. Seeing the standard fare. First Zealot has popped now for Now Ra. He's been sticking with a pretty even force. Both players been sticking with some fairly uncomplicated units. Whoa, I did not see that earlier. Reach did build himself a pylon inside the line of his opponents, and here's Now Ra doing the same there. Gonna slow the economy of both players. Zealot off and about for Reach. Gonna try and chase after those little probe. Cybernetics core going down now as well for Reach. And now Ra. Probe of Now Ra leading Reach's units off on some kind of wild goose chase. I thought Reach was trying to head him off there for a second with another probe. Didn't happen. Second gateway going down now for Reach and Now Ra. You'll notice that in the last match, Now Ra was trying to build out his pylons a bit further from his base, trying to catch any incoming shuttles from his opponent Reach. Did manage to catch that one, though. The important one. Units still popping here for Reach. Again, folks, I'd like to remind you this is the semifinals of the losers bracket. Whoever loses this match is eliminated. So both players struggling to stay alive at this point. Now Ron doing a little bit of scouting right now. Reach just kind of turtling inside his base for the most part. Finally sending off a happy little probe. Going to run into some of Nalra's force. Yes, Nalra sees him. Quickly tries to eliminate him. Does. Reach to come out. Say hello. Nalra anticipating it. Backing off. Gonna back off even further as he gets nailed by some plasma. One Dragoon by in the dust as Reach makes an effort. Getting in a couple more hits. Dragoon's dying all over the place. Reach gonna micro his units back a little bit. Sending in Zealotin, taking some of the damage. Pretty even fight thus far. Reach gonna push Nalra back just a bit. Again, Nalra in the yellow. Reach in the purple. Spreading out his units, getting in some nice crossfire on Reach, pushing Reach back a little bit more. Reach with only 3 Dragoons left, he's going to be forced to run away from this fight. Going to be reinforcing his lines a little bit. Might be stay to fight versus Nalra. Could see more of the same from the last map. Again, both these players pretty evenly matched. They belong to the same team, KTF. Nalra managed to consume 50 chicken wings the other day in one sitting. I was impressed. Some scouting being done by Reach, and he's going to lose that probe in one volley. Not a whole lot going on right now as Reach just kind of hanging out. Now Ra do a little bit of scouting on his own. Notice the timing of both players' attacks. Reach is going to bring his shuttle over the top of a newly created expansion of Now Ra. Now Ra going to be bringing back his forces, trying to anticipate an attack by Reach. Reach will do a nice little Reaver and Dragoon drop. Reaver dropped right in the middle of a probe line, quickly eliminated by Now Ra. Now Ra just going to give up on that and say, hey, you know what? I got him. I'm just going to keep going with my attack. Positioning his units, getting ready for an attack. And we've got both players just kind of massing up at the moment. Now Ra finally getting his expansion up. A little bit of scouting here. And here comes Now Ra going for the attack, finishing off one of the zealots of Reach. Reach going to position his units a little bit differently here, moving 3 gateways forward, or warping them in rather. Now Ra just trying to reinforce his lines at the moment. Perhaps setting up for a larger attack. Now Ra going to back off from things. Just kind of going to throw down a pylon here. Keep some stationary scouting going. Possible expansion later on. Now Ra sensing some kind of drop coming. Again, positioning his observers around. I believe he saw that shuttle. And now Reach can come out of the base. Rob using that pylon. Gonna get annihilated pretty quickly. Here's Reach has gotten himself a speed upgrade on those zealots. Gonna have a meeting of the minds in the middle here, and here we go. Metal on metal, plasma on plasma action. Reach gonna push back. Now Ra a little bit. Doing some major damage here. Reach's units spread out pretty well. Now Ra with very nice control thus far, but it appears Reach is going to use the superior forces to take out quite a bit of Now Ra's Dragoons. And 2 control groups for the most part here for Now Ra. He's going to micro one of them pretty intensely, but Reach has done some major damage. Now Ra bringing in some reinforcements with some zealots. Reach going to take advantage of things and push forward on that first control group. He will finish things off there, and Reach making his way over towards the left side of the map. Big attack coming yet again. Reach going to sneak in, and he's going to fight a very nicely set up defense from Now Ra. Boom is going to bring in some probes that come through right as the zealots die. Going to try and do some damage here with some probes. Now Ra holding his own, doing a nice job of closing off a few units. that one the 7 Samurai strategy. But Reach has already done a lot of damage. And now Ra going to say, good game. This one is over. Reach has triumphed over Nalra, and sadly, Nalra has been eliminated from the tournament. Great play by both these guys, and we should have some more action coming up soon. Hey, that's numbered wrong. But anyway, congratulations to Reach. He will be moving on.